Okay, so in this first image I've chosen, I chose it because I really appreciated the camera angle. It's not just direct, the camera isn't directed right at the person's face, and it's not just focused on the table in the image. It really makes it very interesting looking down on the person. Um, I think this image is trying to portray the theme of vice because of the drugs used and just the fact that this person is, I guess, abusing these drugs just shows the like corruption. And that's another thing with the camera angle, like they're looking down on this person, so maybe it's trying to portray how we look down on people who abuse or misuse drugs. Another thing I really like about the image is the light. The light is really focused on the drugs, and I think this is from the flash of the camera, but it really spotlights the drugs, and then everything else around is kind of dark and not as focused as the drugs are. Another thing, another element I notice in this image is the color, or rather lack thereof. Pretty much everything is kind of neutral. The table's brown, and the boy's shirt is just white. And for the most part, the pills are just white, and the bottles are white. There is some orange and almost pink looking pills, but really they don't seem to pop against the tabletop as much. So that is one thing that I would change about this image. I would possibly use some type of program where I could recolor the pills themselves and make them more popping against the background, like maybe a bright yellow or a blue or some other color that would really stand out against the brown. And lastly, I really like the balance in this image. For the most part, it's pretty symmetrical, even though there's some angles that are a little unstraight. Um, the amount of stuff on each side of the boy is pretty balanced, and he is in almost the center of the image. And I think it just is very visually appealing for him to be balanced and centered within the image.